What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whetto's World. It's your guy, Whetto. My man, Cheff Neff, doing a damn thing over here. We got some new shit for you guys. It's a whole new segment we're working on. My man, Cheff Neff, doing the damn thing. So, what you got in front of us here, my man?
Alright, so we're making an American bastardized version of carbonara. We're using bacon, guanciale, you know, the whole...
The Parmesan?
Yeah, guanciale. We'll go more into depth on that when we start actually going into the segment and everything. I'll kind of explain everything and all the different parts of it and all that kind of good stuff. And we're also, instead of using any kind of regular pasta like you normally do, we're actually going to use gnocchi on this one. So there's going to be a little bit more of a cooking twist to it, and then we just have this one here in case we want to have a little bit more extra pasta and all that kind of good stuff.
Hell yeah, man. I'm excited for this. This is going to be a treat. You guys stay tuned, and we're going to show you how to do it. Be right back. What's up, guys? Welcome back. You got Whetto, Cheff Neff holding it down. Let's get into it.
Hell yeah. Alright, so what we have going right now, we got the water boiling. We have a pot here, a pan here, a little high-walled saucepan right here. We've got a little bit of bacon grease in here that I have currently melted down. What we're going to do too is, now that this is boiling over here, we're actually going to add a little bit of...
What's in that?
And this is bacon fat right here. This is what I got from that bacon right there in that container. I reduced it down. That's what you're going to want to do when you make this kind of stuff, because that's going to be what you use kind of like as the emulsification agent to help kind of cook everything up in the actual dish and everything. And so usually you do it, it's called guanciale. It's cured pork cheek that they use normally for that. And so you cook it down, you reduce the fat out of it, and then once you got all that done, then you add your pasta to your pot, and from there you turn off the heat and you let the residual heat of your pasta actually slowly cook the egg and cheese mixture and create an emulsified creamy sauce, right?
Jesus Christ, that's a lot. There's a lot going on. That's a lot of science, it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is that it's also really, really simple to do. It's not really that hard. It's pretty easy.
Simple enough for a stoner to do it?
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty damn simple. So let's see.
And this is the gnocchi?
Yeah, it says gnocchi. So these are little potato dumplings. So what you do is you can take leftover like baked potatoes, put them in the fridge, and once they're done with that, you can actually save them. You put it up, you add a little bit of flour, a little bit of egg to those, and then from there, you can, it like pretty much creates a little, I guess like, pocket dumpling. Yeah, you roll them across forks and stuff like that to give them the little kind of ridges that you see, and those ridges are what hold the actual.
Show them.
Yeah, so the ridges that you kind of see on there, it's a little bit textured on there. Those are kind of to help carry the sauce with the dumplings themselves. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add these.
Careful.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't want to burn myself.
He is an experienced professional.
Right?
He's got a culinary degree to support.
Alright, so we got the gnocchi going, and the best part about these pre-made gnocchi is that it only takes about 4 to 5 minutes, honestly, to get them cooked. So once that starts boiling, we're basically done. So what I need you to do is I need that cheese over here, and I need the eggs. Perfect. I'm gonna start cracking these eggs into this bowl right here, you guys. And so you usually can do this with like egg yolks. I honestly usually just throw in the eggs because I don't want to do anything with egg whites after. I don't usually do like meringues or anything like that. So this is the easier, most cost-effective way, and plus that's just extra protein and shit that's going in there. So like,
egg whites?
Why complain? Yeah. Right. So it's like a nice high-protein addition, kind of. It's a little bit, I guess you can call it a healthier version.
And then what am I doing? So this is
that's Parmigiano Reggiano right there. That's
Parmesan
a slice right there. That's what I normally put in there, just a little bit of that. And
what am I doing?
I think you can also use Pecorino Romano if you just want to open that up and then hand me the what's it called? The grater right there. Yeah, perfect.
Grater.
Thank you. We're just gonna grate that into the bowl over here. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. I'm gonna stir up these gnocchi as they're cooking down real fast.
I don't know if this is true or not. Maybe you can enlighten me. Is cheese mold?
Cheese is molded, so it's inoculated with specific like strains of mold. Like,
sorry, I'm trying.
Nah, you
like ripped on me all weird.
I know, right? These things are like
they skim off the top, right?
No. So you take milk and then you actually add. Starts with an R. Oh gosh. Not ricin, that's poison.
Ooh, don't do that.
Retinol, Shit. So you add basically a inoculant to it that separates the curd from whey, and so that takes your like proteins and your milk solids out, and it leaves pretty much a runny, like really thin kind of like liquidy mixture that you can use for other things. And that's cheese curd. Then if you actually what's it called? If you cook it down and you shape it, that's mozzarella. And then what you do with regular cheese is that you actually take down and you put it into different aging processes and everything like that. And that's what creates the different taste profiles and all that kind of stuff. You have different moisture contents and everything. And so these ones are specifically from the, let's see, it doesn't even explain. It's from Belgioioso. It's just the nice stuff that you can get from, it's actually is made in Wisconsin. So this isn't even, I don't think, technically real Parmigiano Reggiano.
Oh shit!
But the thing is it's bastardized carbonara, like I said. And so, exactly. So at this point right now, I'm just gonna shred this into this bowl right here. You just want a hard cheese that's easy to shred into small bits because that's gonna help the emulsification start a little bit easier.
Okay.
Because you don't have like these big globs of cheese that need to heat up slowly.
And that's why we had to keep it frozen. So
that's why I had you put it in there, because the thing is that with these really fine graters, they can get gunked up if you're using like a soft cheese or something. So like this on like even like a mild cheddar or a Gouda, you're gonna have a bad time with it.
Shout out to E40 with that Gouda.
Right? Shout out to fucking Bubble Bass, bro.
Hey.
Getting that fucking no pickles on there. There are no pickles in this dish. No pickles. Right?
Nice, dude. So with like the cheese, and does it make a difference? Does it have to be Parmesan cheese?
It doesn't necessarily have to be Parmesan, but that's going to be the most traditional kind of version that you're getting.
Keeps it to that grandma flavor.
Yeah, because you just really want like a salty cheese, honestly. Like salty cheese is going to help with the actual seasoning of the dish. As you can see, I don't have any salt or pepper over here, and that's because honestly, you're gonna get enough salt and flavor out of the pecorino romano or out of the Parmesan and out of that bacon that you don't really need a whole lot else, honestly. And so,
for those out there watching, salt and pepper is not the only seasoning you need.
Those are the basic ones.
Please use more.
So those are the ones that, like, if you're just making anything in general, like if you're roasting beef or any kind of meat, fucking salt and pepper is your base of your seasoning.
Basic, yeah.
That's if you want your stuff to taste like what it's supposed to taste like, and then you start adding things to it. That's how you start getting your flavor profiles and all that kind of stuff. So
like a little heat in mind. So a lot of like Italian dishes don't really come with heat, do they? Is it more it's the cheese?
So they to an extent, but they also just don't have a lot of like peppers and stuff like that. They have Calabrian chilies and things, and those are kind of prevalent and everything. And they do have like pasta puttanesca, which is kind of spicy.
Pasta puttanesca?
Yeah, it has like red chili flakes and everything like that in there. And so with those, I would say that they're kind of spicy, but it's more of a that's kind of warm kind of spicy. It's not going to be like a New Mexican spicy. Like green chili kicks the shit out of anything that's going to be spicy over there.
You better believe it. Shout out to Hatch, damn it, best chili in the fucking States.
Right. So let's see.
Shit, we should have added some green chili to this.
See, and that's the other thing is that
I want to taste it as we do, as what you're supposed to do first, and then we'll add shit into it.
Right.
So.
And the other thing is that to an extent,
you got quite a lot of cheese in there, so at least half a bowl's worth of cheese.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like to preference at this point.
Okay.
I just like to make sure that I get it all mixed up and I have a good consistency. That I still have a little bit too much egg in this mixture right now. As you can see, it's still, you can see like separate egg out of it.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna shred a little bit more cheese in there until I get the consistency I want. Usually I'm going for like almost like a stringy, like scrambled eggs that looks uncooked, kind of. But
so
the cheese gives it the structure.
Until you cook it then.
Yeah, almost.
I mean, obviously it all pulls together when you add the heat.
Exactly.
So, this is tight, dude. This is super cool. This is just shit you know off the top of the dome from all your culinary adventures, I guess, yeah?
Kinda. I haven't gone a lot of places, but with culinary school, we did have to go and like cook a bunch of different dishes. I am technically classically French trained.
Hey.
We did have an entire section.
Where did you go? What school did you go to?
I went to Augusta Escoffier School of Culinary Arts in Boulder, Colorado. And so that's actually one of the first farm-to-table certified programs in the United States.
Go ahead then. Fuck
And so we actually used to go to different places, different distributors, different farms, different places just to kind of, figure out where your food comes from and like knowing all of those kinds of things and like, in general, just good food practices. I know that we worked for Black Cat Farms. They have a restaurant down in downtown Denver.
Hey.
We played with their lambs for a little while, and then
played lambs, or you chopped them up?
No, we didn't chop them up.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, but there was a little orphan lamb there, and I called it Little Orphan Lammy,
Okay.
or Bat Lamb,
Bat
because it
lamb.
ain't got no parents.
Oh. Shout out to Bruce Wayne.
Right?
Orphan doing it.
But yeah, no, and so we got to do that. But they were lambs for eating and everything. But we did plant asparagus for them and a whole bunch of other things. And so it was really cool. We went to Shamrock Foods Distribution Center in downtown Denver.
So they hooked it up.
Yeah, it was really cool. And so right now, let's see.
What are we looking at up there?
Oh, those are looking fantastic right now, actually. So they're all floating. I'm going to use my little strainer right here. Yeah, the gnocchi are all floating. And let's pull these out into this pot right here.
Ooh, wait, Rick, look at that.
Right.
So, give him one for the camera.
Hey, look at all that going in there right now. And then we're going to throw this onto the burner real fast. And that is going, because we're going to actually crisp up this gnocchi.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that's why there's bacon
Crunch?
fat in there right now. Crisp. So we're gonna
Crisp, not crunch.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to get like a nice little golden brown coating on these. So here in a second, let me pull this off of here.
Please do this responsibly, folks. My man is taking care. He knows his proper training.
Right.
As you can see, he's using the correct techniques to take that off. Don't grab it with your hands, crazy.
Right? Y'all fucking wild with that shit.
All right, here we go. So now you got them gnocchi on the burner.
Gnocchi on the burner. Everything's going good. As you can see, I have a little bit more of like
way more of a scrambled egg.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's all the cheese that's giving it that kind of thickness to it. And so honestly,
Whip it.
I like cheese. So while we're waiting for those gnocchi to kind of cook, yeah, I'm gonna throw in a little bit more. And that's the other thing is that like I said, this is kind of a
That just makes it more like gooey.
More gooey. It adds a little bit more structure to it too.
Yes.
I think also because I add egg whites to it, this adds more fat to it, like you would do it if you were only using egg yolks.
Okay.
And so that kind of offsets a little bit on the actual like creaminess and making sure you get a proper emulsification and have enough fat for it.
Just adding the not the egg, the yolk. Wait, what part? Yeah, the yolk is the yellow part, right?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
Do you want to separate that from it, or does it help to give it more taste to leave it, or protein? Does it give more protein?
So with that, you're getting more of the fats and the cholesterol, things like that with the yolk, and then you're getting more of the protein out of the egg whites. There's a little bit in both of them, but egg whites are by far kind of like the chicken breast of the
Interesting.
of the egg, and then I would say that the egg yolk is more kind of like the chicken thigh, where you get the dark meat, you get a little bit more fat in there, a little bit more flavor and everything.
Yeah, okay.
And so that tends to be, if I'm like doing anything in a recipe, I will kind of be like, all right, I'm just going to use egg yolks here. I can make meringues, things like that. Yeah, because there are things that do have components that are egg whites. It's just that I don't make them super often. So in this situation, 100% just going to throw the entire eggs in there, and that's going to really solve that problem,
Makes it a lot
honestly.
easier.
Yeah, and as you can see, we're already getting some sizzle on these right now. I'm just going to let them sit here for a little while. I'm going to let them pretty much get nice golden brown on the bottom. And once that happens, we're going to be tossing all that bacon into here, and then we're going to throw this in here. And we're going to take
test this for
yeah,
quality control.
Try out that bacon, make sure I didn't poison it or anything like that, right?
Oh yeah, that's fucking good.
Right? Oh man, I just love bacon. In general though, I would say that bacon with stuff rather than bacon by itself.
I don't know, man. I'll tear a whole fucking pig up, just fry that motherfucker.
I don't
It's bad.
know,
I feel
man.
my arm hurting.
I was gonna say that salt,
It's
man.
so
That salt
good.
gets me, man. I'm really sensitive to salt, especially with like eating and like flavor wise. And so I tend to be a little bit cautious of undersalting things because I can be like, oh, this is salted enough, and then somebody's like, oh, I can't taste any salt in here.
Yeah.
Exactly. This dish tends to have a little bit of an easier time with that because everything that we're putting in here, like the cheese and the bacon, are just super salty.
Okay.
And so that kind of seasons everything anyways. I don't think I've seen anybody throw salt in carbonara unless they wanted a fucking heart attack. But yeah, with this much salt from the bacon and from the cheese, we're gonna be doing pretty good. I'm just gonna knock that off real quick. I can already see a little bit of that color kind of showing up. Everything's getting nice and cooked.
Smells so
Oh yeah, smells like bacon up in this bitch, right?
Right?
I know, right? I cannot be any happier about that. And then the other thing is that we're using gnocchi right now. This is definitely not traditional. I would say that even this is more traditional because it's actual pasta rather than being a potato dumpling.
Which one is that? Let me see this one.
So this is just shit. How do I say that one? Celentani or Kelatani. I'm not super good at pronouncing things, so
a lot of them are
I like that shape because it carries sauce really well, and it is hollow, and that sauce can get inside of it, and that means that you're getting a lot of good flavor and good sauce carrying potential on those. Also, if I'm not mistaken, it's even ribbed on there, yeah. Right, and so that's just all about getting the sauce on there, and so I really like those ones.
Keeps it
I also like the radiatore pasta.
Radiatore.
Yeah, it translates to little radiators, and it's literally just like almost like small pieces of like lasagna flat pasta, but then it has like little stick like ridges that go across it, and it's like 4 of them, and so they carry a whole lot of sauce.
Keep that sauce.
I love doing those ones for like macaroni and cheese, and this is almost like fancy mac and cheese at this point. It's eggs with mac and cheese.
I've never put that 2 and 2 together for the ridges and holding sauce. Noodles are noodles to me, but obviously there's art and craftsmanship to this shit. So
exactly, and that's there's like thousands of different shapes of pasta and everything like that, and I'm sure everybody has their own favorites, and I know that there are dishes that have to have specific.
Y'all have dishes that y'all want my man to cook up. Be sure to drop them in the comments below too.
For sure.
We are open to all.
Exactly.
I want to put his skills to the test too. So
I like cooking, so let us know what you want to see me cooking next. These gnocchi are smelling fantastic. I'm hearing plenty of sizzling from them. Probably gonna move these around. The biggest thing is you don't want to move them too soon. You want to make sure they get that golden crispy bit on the bottom before you start moving it, because this, especially with pasta that's been cooked already, they can tend to break down, the starch can get gummy, and you won't ever get that kind of crispiness on it. And that's kind of one of the best parts I think about using gnocchi in this, is that it gives you another textural difference in the actual dish itself. So you're getting a creamy sauce, you're getting crispy bacon, you're getting nice soft pillowy gnocchi, and then you're getting a little bit of a crispy skin on top of that from the outside being sauteed up.
Yeah, you're making my mouth water, man. Shit.
Right? Same here, man. All the smell and everything.
I'm ready to eat, man. This shit looks good. It smells great. It's cool that you know a lot of this background story for it too.
Right. And I think that the biggest thing about cooking is kind of that transfer of information and not kind of gatekeeping what you know. Because the biggest thing is that everybody has their own cooking methods. They have their own types of things that they do. And
it's true.
This, like I said, this is not technically carbonara, but it is the exact same process, more or less, that you would be doing to make carbonara. And that's kind of where I draw the line when I'm making a lot of stuff. And I know that people will say, oh, well, if you're not doing it exactly right, then it's not actually that. And it's like, well, guess what? You're not here, so you can't tell me what to do.
So fuck you, we do what we want.
Exactly, right?
We're making it work with what we got and doing the damn thing.
Right, and we're getting a lot of good crisp on that. Oh, yeah. Those are looking good. Oh yeah. There we go.
They look like little beetle worms.
Like little mealworms?
Yeah.
Or like the silkworm cocoons?
Yeah. I bet they taste a lot better than those, but.
Oh yeah, we're getting a little bit of that crisp on there right now as well. So we're gonna let these sit for just a little bit, and then I'm gonna dump this in here after I turn off the heat. The residual heat from this is actually gonna help cook that the eggs in there and make it where it's safe to eat, so you don't have to worry about eating like raw eggs or anything like that. And so that's kind of like usually the biggest thing with dishes like this, or even like Gordon Ramsay's scrambled eggs. those are runny eggs, and some people just kind of don't like that consistency. They're just afraid of like the salmonella and everything like that.
Yeah, it's patenting.
Exactly. You don't really have to worry about it too much. They've almost eliminated a lot of it to an extent, but you just gotta be safe. Like if your eggs are old, like fucking cook the shit out of them. Like just practice proper food safety to an extent. If something smells funky, don't eat it. That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, that'd be your first telltale sign.
Right?
But then there's some foods though. I'm maybe shooting out in the dark a little bit, but they smell funny, but they taste amazing.
That is true. Like you have like durian that people love, and that supposedly tastes like stinky custard, or like kind of like an ice cream fruit, right?
Blue cheese. You people that eat blue cheese are fucking wild.
I know, right?
It does taste good on some
That's fucking wild, bro.
I don't know.
I'm not a fan of that stuff. Right. So what we're gonna do over here now is that's real hot. I don't think I even want to put it onto the plastic. So I'm just gonna throw this bacon in here, right? If it will get in
Let me
there.
mix it up. Let me see it. I'll mix it up. Break it up a little bit.
Yeah, I got it.
Got it? Cheff Neff's getting it in there, damn it. Putting in word. Check them out, folks.
And we're just throwing all this bacon in, and this bacon is also going to kind of help bring down the temperature in there a little bit as well. Almost being like a little bit of a ice cube in there, right? And so we're just going to stir this up a little bit. Let that heat die down a touch.
Here you go, here's some more.
And actually, the other thing I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to get that, what's it called? This pasta water.
There you go, there's
Put
a
a
little bit
spoon
more.
for that. Actually, I'm going to grab some pasta water with this container right here.
So fucking good.
Right? And we're
You're
going
like
to
a
pour
fat bitch. That's so good.
and we're just going to pour a little bit of that in there.
Get it, whip it, whip it.
Right? Just a little bit, right? And that's really nice and hot, and we're going to throw this in here. All right, so we just added all that egg mixture in there. And now, you agitate. And what you're going to do is you're going to emulsify and cook those eggs into the entirety of this dish. And so we're actually going to turn this back on to kind of like a low heat, just in case, because I like to be a little bit on the colder side. I don't like to get that scrambled egg consistency or have any of like the egg cook too quickly before it actually emulsifies into the sauce itself. But as you can see, I'm already getting an emulsification on this sauce. It's
Emulsification!
Yeah, that's where you have two things that do not want to go together, and they stick into one homogeneous mix. And as you can see, we have a lot of good sauce in here right now. Oh yeah, honestly, it's a little bit on that soupy side, a little bit on that light side. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually leave it on here a little bit, and I'm going to slowly cook a little bit more on it. And so what I'm doing here is I'm going to kind of tighten up this sauce. You just have to keep stirring it because you don't want to have any of that egg while it's in emulsification. It still can cook a little bit too much, and it can break that emulsification, kind of like hollandaise sauce. So to that extent, this is pretty much ready to go. I'm going to just keep doing this until we get a little bit thicker. And we get a nappe, which is where you can put it on the back of a spoon and you go across. As you can see, it's already close to that. And it tastes fucking phenomenal. So we're just going to reduce this down just a little bit more.
Reduce that fat motherfucker!
I know, right? And this definitely isn't necessarily a health conscious dish, but it's definitely a happy dish because once you eat it, you're gonna be happy. Guaranteed. All right. Don't think we need any more of that. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit of this residual stuff into here real fast.
I'm back. God damn, boy, that looks stupid good over there. Look at that.
All right. Oof. And the stirring goes on.
I feel like this is gonna throw me off as a breakfast kind of food.
Kinda. It does have that kind of eggy vibe
bacon
to it and
and
everything
cheese.
like
Yeah,
that.
that's almost all it takes for me.
Right, and then actually what I'm gonna do is
Don't you throw some more cheese in there?
I'm going to throw some more cheese in this
yeah.
So to that end, you know, you can add as much as you want. It's all
Yeah.
about consistency, and because it is a little bit thin, I can add a little bit like this. And this is gonna thicken it up a little bit more as well.
Oh, you know we like
Also,
thick.
it's cold, and so this is gonna bring down that temperature a little bit as well. So that's looking phenomenal right there. Set this back down over here and continue that stirring process. Right, and as you can see, it's starting to become
That consistency is
a
getting
fantastic, creamy, delicious sauce. All right. And I will say that's done.
Show the camera, show the camera.
Yeah, let's go over here, turn this off before we burn ourselves. And as you can see, we got some carbonara, we got the bacon bits, we have
man,
that gnocchi in there, and it is ready for us to dig in. Do you wanna take a little bit? You can take it with a spoon, you can do whatever you need to. I'm not afraid of germs.
That's so good. Let me try. Oh wow.
Yeah?
Yep. Yep.
And that took what? Like
About 15.
15 minutes. I did prep a little bit. It does take a little bit to render down that fat. You make it on the bacon. Make sure that it is slow. That's the best way you're gonna get.
Low and not low and
yeah,
slow.
low and slow actually.
Low
for
and
that
slow
because,
is the race,
because
man.
you don't want to burn your bacon. You just want to pull the fat out, and so that happens at a specific temperature.
Well, that's good.
And so you want to just liquefy that bacon fat and have it pull out. You don't want to crisp up your bacon until it starts frying in that fat. Right?
Okay. Okay.
And so at that point, I like to do a full pound. I use the full pound in here. Technically, you can go a little bit lighter. Like this is pretty heavy on the bacon in there, but also fucking want
More bacon.
Right?
More bacon.
Right? And so for this, I'd say you could probably get 2 batches out of it because I do have a lot of bacon fat left. So you could do another whole batch of the actual process.
Oh,
you have the
there's
bacon.
tons in there.
Yeah, so you have the bacon fat left to do the same thing. You can do that for anything else that you use butter for. You can use some bacon fat in there. I like to do that to add a little bit of smoky flavors to stuff. Super versatile, and it creates a really nice dish if you're able
Okay,
to.
that tastes amazing, dude. So I'm ready to dig into this.
Yeah,
bad
same
boy.
here, my guy.
We need to get some plates and get it done. So
Okay.
we'll be right back as we dive into it.
Hell yeah.
See you guys soon.
All right.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Here we are.
Hey.
All right, Cheff Neff. What do we got? Or
So,
what?
it's the
Put that shit on
carbonara.
some plates.
I know,
man.
right? And as you can see, as it's kind of come down to the more servable temperature,
Oh, it's so
it's thickened up. And
gooey.
so it is, this stuff is thick, it is rich, it is delicious.
Let's try it, man. I'm tired of
Right,
tired of looking at it, man. I want to eat this shit.
All right, so there's your first batch.
Yes.
You want to throw us some
Oh, yes.
utensils?
Shout out to Pickwick or wherever the fuck.
Circle K now.
now. Actually, they got bought out, so.
All right, and then this was right here for me. And then I got a plate for your bitch ass Santi.
The man behind the screen.
Yeah, the man who's gonna start coordinating these so we seem less like chickens with our heads cut off.
Right. We appreciate all y'all that watch this as we struggle to figure out what the fuck we're doing, but nonetheless, we're here to give you guys a damn good show, and that's what we want to do. So,
Yeah.
my man Cheff Neff is now whipped up some caramar. What is it called?
Carbonara.
Carbonara. Here,
Yeah,
you can pull your mic in.
I was gonna say, let me turn down my gain too. I don't want to blast anybody's ears either.
Jesus
I know,
Christ.
right?
Alright, let's dig into this damn thing.
All right.
Thank you, Cheff Neff.
Always.
Cheers to y'all.
Cheers. Cheers.
Mm,
I know, right?
that's good, man.
And
Very,
you don't-
very creamy.
Mhm. Are you getting those crispy bits
Mhm.
on the gnocchi too?
Mm-hmm.
See, I like you can do gnocchi without like searing it off and like crisping it up, but honestly,
Because it's a potato?
it's a potato dumpling, so it's like almost like 50% potato, 50% flour, and then you add a couple eggs as a binder to make sure it sticks together, and then bam, you have a little pillowy potato dumpling.
It's fucking good.
I'm very happy with
And
it.
the cheese, I literally watched you put 4 eggs in this and I can't taste eggs.
Right?
Why?
I can taste egg, but the thing is that the bacon and the Parmesan like mix with it, and they give it more of a it's not as like an abrupt egg flavor, because egg can be almost like metallic-y if you're eating it by itself, right?
And that's usually, I usually fry my eggs when I eat
Right, and
breakfast.
if you have any brown bits on it, that browning bit is going to be even more kind of like metallic
I like that.
tasting,
Yeah, that's
right?
good.
So you're not going to be tasting as much of that, but it's a lot harder to pick out when you have such strong flavors that go into the dish.
That cheese definitely like separates.
I know, right?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
man.
fucking bomb, bro. Wow.
Hell yeah.
All right, one more time. What is this? Carbonara?
Carbonara.
It took me fucking 8 times by the end of the episode. Finally got it right, but
Yeah, dude.
carbonara with gnocchi and bacon, cheese, eggs, and that's it.
Yeah, it's bacon, eggs, cheese, pasta, and water, more or less.
And we will definitely put the recipe down
Yes.
in the comments below. So you guys try it at home. Let us know how it turns out for you.
Exactly. And the other thing is that as you can see, we didn't put any like pepper or anything like that in there. You can throw green chili. You can
Oh my
throw a
god,
bunch
green chili, forget about it.
You could throw so many different things in there and
Oh my
have a phenomenal dish. Like whatever taste you like, just throw that in there. Treat this as the fanciest mac and cheese you'll ever eat.
Honestly, this is like grown-up mac and cheese.
I know, right?
Well, damn. Yeah, I'm gonna serve me some more. As a matter of fact, thank you. We are gonna dive into this. We hope you guys enjoyed our first culinary cuisines with Cheff Neff. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll figure something
yeah.
out. Chopped up Cheff Neff. So throw us some fucking names in the
Oh,
titles.
yeah.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think we should name it. But
And also other recipes you want me to make
Yes,
while we're doing
please,
it. So
please, reach
we'll
out
get
to
that
us.
shit planned out, and we'll get to eat it. So I don't care.
right, I'm with it. So there you go, guys. Till next time, your guy Whetto, my man Cheff Neff. See you then. Out.